Have you ever wondered how people are able to achieve such miraculous things? Billionaires, movie stars, Olympic athletes, and more specifically, the characters of the Bible endure testimonies that go beyond all reasoning and human rationale. So much so that even people today deem that history and those stories as fantasies. Now, God is not a means to achieving personal success, but our achievements can be the greatest testimony of his power and strength. Yo, what is good, y'all? It's your boy Paul Bernard II, also known as PB. I've been a full-time content creator and entrepreneur for about the last 5 years. I want to tell you that my life is literally a living testimony. I was born in Port-au-Prince, Haiti, the poorest country on the Western Hemisphere, and now I'm 24 years old, dropped out of college. I've started and run multiple six-figure businesses, and I know that God has a lot more in store for my life. This is just the beginning. So the verse I want to go through today to back up what I'm talking about is Ephesians 3:20. And if you ever went to church or your folks made you go to church as a kid, I'm sure you've heard this before. Old folks love this verse, man. Now to him who is able to do far more abundantly than all that we ask or think, according to the power at work within us. So here Paul says above what we ask or think. What do you ask or think right now? Do you even ask or think right now? See, the thing is, we typically discipline ourselves based on what we think, on what we imagine. For example, if someone wants to be ripped and wants to go through a bodybuilder competition, their gym routine looks a lot different than someone who just wants to cut 10 pounds, for example. Our discipline derives from our vision. And also Jesus tells us that when we ask, we will receive. And in fact, we do not receive because we first do not ask. The key here is that closed mouths don't get fed. You should not be complacent living a life that is not full of God's presence, God's grace, and God's miracles, because God is not complacent with that. Us living today is an example of him desiring to do miracles in our life. Think about the complexity and the algorithm and the formula that had to be perfect for this earth to operate in the way that it does. Nature is perfect. Every beast, every creature works together in harmony and unison in order that we can survive. The atmosphere, the universe, our bodies genetically, everything inside of us scientifically, all of these things are a miracle. The fact that you have your motor skills and that you have enough health to watch this video and listen and comprehend, all of these things are miracles. So why would God stop there? It's not because of God, it's because ourselves, we don't believe that he is capable. We don't believe in his capacity, and we don't think it, and we don't ask it. So in the Bible tells us that we are saved by grace through faith. And I want to hone in on that phrase, through faith, because what that basically means is that God did his job. He did what he was supposed to do, but we are also saved through our faith, basically saying that we are saved through our belief. So the question is, what do you truly believe? Yes, you may believe in God, you may believe in heaven, you may believe that he saved your life, but what do you believe he is capable of doing in your life? What have you thought about? Have you thought about maybe creating an audience that will impact millions? Have you thought about making a living off your God-given talent to be an artist or to dance or to sing or whatever it is, whatever your God-given ability is? Have you thought about creating generational wealth for your kids and your kids' kids? Have you thought about changing the landscape of the community that you grew up in, because a lot of people just don't have opportunities there? What have you thought of, and what do you believe God is capable of doing? Because through that, God will get the glory. Your testimony, him taking you from where you are right now to where he sees you going, is the testimony that will speak to others of his strength and of his capacity. You have to believe, not in yourself. I'm not telling you to believe in yourself. That's the message of the world, because you 100% are incapable. You are going to fail on your own, but you have to believe in the power of God and his desire to do this thing in your life. And then from there, from the roots of our faith and our belief, as we continue to think on these things and we continue to ask the Lord to do it, he will do above that which we ask and think. Someone who's been really impressing me lately is mclaughlin-levrone. I hope I said her name right, but she's an Olympic athlete, and let me just read some of her achievements recently. All right, it's a lot, so bear with me. She set a world record time of 50.37 seconds at the 2024 Summer Olympics on August 8, 2024, breaking her own old world record of 50.65 seconds. She is the first track athlete to break 4 world records in the same event, setting 4 world records during 13 months. 4 world records during 13 months. She was the first woman to break the 52-second and 51-second barriers in the 400-meter hurdles. At all 4 competitions, she also took gold as part of a women's 4x400-meter relay team. And that's just the beginning of her achievements. This woman has been able to achieve amazing things in track and field. And look at her response to when people ask her why she's able to do what she does.
I credit all that I do to God. He's given me a gift. He's given me a drive to just want to continue to improve upon myself. And I have a platform and I want to use it to glorify him. And so whenever I step on the track, it's always the prayer of God, let me be the vessel in which you're glorified, whatever the result is. How I conduct myself, how I carry myself, not just how I perform. And so it's just freedom in knowing that regardless of what happens, he's going to get the praise through me. And yeah, that's why I do what I do.
So you see there, she says, I want to be a vessel for the Lord. I want to show the world how great God is. And it's through that God has allowed her and enabled her to do these amazing things. It's that pure heart to glorify God. I always say that when God gets the ultimate glory in our lives, that we also get the ultimate benefit. It's not through our own ability. It's not through our own resume, our own knowledge, our own power, our own strength, our own willpower. It's not through any of that. It's literally by the grace of God and through our faith, because simply what we can do is offer him our highest praise and this broken life that we have created. And through that offering, God will not despise that. He will take it and turn it into wondrous deeds and wondrous works for his glory. Do not forget to start with your belief, your understanding, and your rooted faith in what God is capable of doing. And from that, as you think and as you ask, God will do exceedingly above that, because he is receiving the glory and you are living out your life for him. I hope that this message encouraged you and also challenged you at the same time. As I always say, I'm just a steward, but I'm also human. I make mistakes. Weigh this message against your own discernment, against your own praying and understanding of the Bible. Allow the Holy Spirit to speak to you specifically, not just me. I love y'all very much. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.